Today we're going to try Taco Bell's Steak Chile Verde Fries, and really the important part right there is this Chili Verde sauce. You can see they put so much steak on there. You can actually see like 3 or 4 pieces of steak, which is fine. Taco Bell steak is really not that good, I'm going to be honest. It's okay. It's decent as a filler. It works good here, I think, with the fries, like with loaded fries and stuff, but I don't think it really works that good on burritos or tacos, personally. But the real important part is the Verde sauce, which is interesting because they did a Verde sauce. This is Chili Verde sauce, and from what I understand, it's more of a aioli kind of mayo creamy mixture. But they just did, not just, but I don't know how many months ago it was, 6 months ago maybe? They did the spicy Verde burritos, which I don't know if it used this sauce or not. I honestly, maybe I'll be able to tell when I taste it, but I think this is a different sauce, a little bit more creamy than that Verde sauce, because that one was specifically called Spicy Verde sauce, and this is called Chili Verde sauce. So we'll see. Usually I'm a fan, usually I'm a fan of Verde sauces because they're not too spicy, but they have a lot of flavor, and that's what I'm hoping I get here. And for some reason they put little tortilla strips on here, which I guess they just wanted some crunch. So I suppose it's kind of a texture thing, but I really feel like you shouldn't put tortilla strips on top of loaded fries. But you know, who am I to say? It's Taco Bell's decision. I'm just living in the world. So let's go ahead and take a bite, and I'm gonna make sure to get a lot of this sauce so I can kind of taste it along with you guys. Let's dip it in the sauce. Make sure I got a lot of sauce on that bite. There we go. I must say, I'm pleasantly surprised by the level of heat coming off this, which is not something I was expecting to say. Not a big spicy person. I think this Chili Verde sauce is pretty much just the peak level of spice for me. The perfect level of spice for a young spice hater. I don't know. I guess I'm not young either. But it's the perfect level of spice for somebody who's not really used to spice, but they want a little bit of it, and they want a little bit of kick. That's me. I want just a little bit of spice, but I want to be able to still taste the flavor, and this hits that almost perfectly. I'm getting a little bit of residual like heat in the mouth. I'm sweating because I've been just running around doing things. That's got nothing to do with this. But I like the taste of it a lot. It really is more of a aioli kind of like situation, a crema type situation. It's very creamy and smooth, but also it's decently spicy in my opinion. Probably if you like spice, you'd say it's very mild. But for me, it's the perfect peak of spice. Probably equivalent with like a fire sauce, I would say. Maybe between a hot and a fire sauce at Taco Bell. Like mild is like nothing, might as well not even be a thing. Hot is I use sometimes, but I don't go up to fire. I think this is probably around the fire range of sauces, if that helps you out. All the Taco Bell heads out there, if that helps you out with the spice level. But for me, it's the perfect level of spice, and it goes really good with these fries. My only real issue is the tortilla strips. As I thought in the beginning, they're just kind of superfluous. They're just there. It's not really something to take away from it. I don't think it really hurts it by any means, but something about the ratios here is what really throws me off. There's not that much steak. There's not that much cheese. There is a decent amount of Verde sauce and a decent amount of fries and tortilla strips. It's just, I think it's just the way my Taco Bell made it. I can't really get too mad, but I really think for what I paid, which was $4.49 for this, I would expect a little bit more cheese and steak, a little bit more of the good stuff, but I feel like I got a little bit ripped off, but not too bad. So I don't want to hold that against it necessarily, and the sauce can go on anything. You can add it on whatever you want. They also have a burrito version of this, which is kind of like a California burrito with the Verde sauce. It leaves me in a hard place to rank it because I actually like the sauce itself. I think if I was just rating the Chili Verde sauce on its own, I would give it a 5. I think it's a great sauce. I like the taste of it. It would probably be really good added onto other things, even like just things you like at Taco Bell. If you want to spice them up a little bit, add the Verde sauce. Probably be a great option, and I do think it works well with the loaded fries concept. I just feel like it wasn't executed as nicely as I wanted, and the tortilla strips are just kind of there. They don't really have a reason to exist. I mean, there's a crunchy texture, as I said, but it's not necessary. You already have the fries, you already have your carb center. You don't really need tortilla strips on top of it. and I would like a little bit more cheese, maybe some nacho cheese. If they took the tortilla strips off and put some nacho cheese on here as well, I think it would be almost perfect. But as it is, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. I still think it's really solid, really good. A little bit pricey, but honestly, I'd recommend adding the verde sauce to whatever else you may want. If you don't want to get these fries, if you're just somebody who gets the same thing at Taco Bell, maybe add the verde sauce. Maybe add it to your burritos or your tacos or your gorditas or whatever you're getting. Maybe even a quesadilla might be good, or dip it. Add a side of this sauce. It might be a really good dipping sauce for burritos, or add a side of it and just pour it over your tacos like hot sauce. I think it's a good sauce. Great sauce. I just think that the execution of the fries themselves are not the best, but it's still pretty decent effort from Taco Bell. So 4 out of 5 for that. Quick addendum to all those things I just said. There actually is nacho cheese on this. It's just so little amount on here and kind of buried under the sour cream that I didn't notice. So it's a little bit of an indictment on Taco Bell to say I didn't even notice the nacho cheese was there and I'd eaten like half the fries, but technically there is nacho cheese on this, so don't want to hold that against it. Again, I think it's just my Taco Bell, so 4 out of 5. And more importantly, if you're still here, that's the end of the review. If you're still here, thank you and good day, because that's the end of the review, really. But more importantly, in my opinion, is that Taco Bell brought back the Enchirito, which is possibly the greatest item that they've ever had on their menu. Again, it's not the original. It is kind of an amalgamation, but it's still really good. They brought it back, I don't know how long ago that was now. Between 4 months and a year. Time flies by, I just don't know. And now it's back again. Digital only, unfortunately. The only app things are really annoying. I don't really agree with that being a thing. I understand they want you to use the app, and that's kind of how they get you to do it. But the problem with the Taco Bell app is there's a lot of issues with it. It has a lot of bugs, and you can't do things you want sometimes. Sometimes you want to add something on, and it's just not an option, but it is an option in the store, which makes the app, you know, kind of a bad option sometimes, even though I like it and I use it to get the rewards points and stuff like that for the most part. There are things that you can only really customize in the store. Like right now, you can't get burritos grilled on the app. You used to be able to, now you can't. You have to do it at the store. So it represents a kind of a problem when you want to have your order the way exactly that you want it, and then you can't get an Enchirito in the store because it's app only. So, you know, vice versa. It's not that great, but the item itself is fantastic. And here's one right here. I just want to show it off. They absolutely loaded this one up with cheese, so I appreciate them for this one. They skimped my fries a little bit, and they loaded this thing up. If you don't know what Enchirito is, it's basically like an enchilada with red sauce and cheese on top of a tortilla filled with meat and onions. It's very simple. It used to have olives on it, doesn't now, but great item. $4.19 by me. I've seen ranges from like $3.79 to like $5. $5 is a little much. I think $4 is pretty much the sweet spot. $4.19 is like, you know, not the best, but I'll probably get a couple more anyway because I love the Enchirito. But yeah, this is just a little addendum to say that the Enchirito's back. Get one if you've never had one. This is better than the fries or the verde sauce because it's an Enchirito. It's great, but grab this if you've never had one before on the app. That's all I wanted to add on. Chili Verde Fries, 4 out of 5. Enchirito, 5 out of 5. I don't even need to tell you that. And with that, I will see you all next time.